Hi, I'm Dan Hernandez. I'd like to welcome you to this week's episode of Sport Fishing. Well, today we're fishing aboard the Indian. Sport Fisher operates daily out of H&M Landing, San Diego, California. We're about 100 miles offshore right now, fishing kelp patties, and we got about 6, 7 yellowtail going right now. So stay tuned for this week's exciting episode of Sport Fishing.
Welcome to Sport Fishing with Dan Hernandez. This week's episode of Sport Fishing is brought to you by Bradley Smokers, when you only want the very best. By Shakespeare, manufacturers of the Ugly Stick, America's best-selling fishing rod. By Game Saver, preserve your fish, use a Game Saver. By Penn, the biggest name in fishing.
There, you got a yellowtail going right now. He ran right underneath the kelp. See him from time to time stick his head under the kelp. All I'm trying to do is keep the rod down. Try to keep him down in the kelp, on the edge of the kelp. But he's down there. I gotta force him out this way. There's a couple, oh, there he is, right here. There we go, we got him out. Somehow I got him, Chris. I don't know how I forced him out. Yeah. Here we go. Just hold him up. All right, Chris, thanks, man.
I missed my headshot, but...
Yeah, we got him. This is Chris Randall, skipper.
Oh, hot rail. We got to stay out of the way here.
We got a bunch of fish going right now.
Yep. Little silly-sized yellowtail here. Got a kelp patty.
Yeah, just another trip on the Indian.
End
Always
of July.
like this.
Yep.
Yeah.
You got some roe, too.
Yeah.
Any caviar?
Is that his egg?
Yeah, it's fish eggs.
Huh.
Roe.
Throw that back.
All righty.
All right, thanks, Chris.
You're welcome.
So this is what we're gonna keep doing today. Keep hitting this kelp patties. Chris is gonna keep finding this kelps like this. Right now, we still got about another 10 fish going. I don't know how many fish we got at this spot already, about 15. So let's go see some more action. On.
Well, right now we're on a kelp patty, and we kind of boogered it up a little bit, I'm proud to say. We lost a few Dorado, but we still got fish going here. Catching yellowtail and Dorado, about 70 miles south of San Diego. Uh-oh, panic. There you go. Go on. Oh, boy, right there. Guys are still jumping. Oh! Ah! My baby! Get some! Follow it down, man. Follow it down. My fish! down, and watch your spool. So you're giving all your line back when you pull up, so you gotta pull up slower.
Okay.
Pull up slower so you don't dump all your line. Because if you're seesawing,
Oh, okay.
as you pull up fast, you lose all your line. So just
Okay.
nice and slow pull up, just steady, steady. There you go. Just hold them, hold them. Wait for your rod tip to give, and then wind down. Lower the rod faster. You want to come up slow and then go down fast. Load the rod tip, and when the rod tip gives, wind down fast. See how you get 5 or 6 turns that way? All right, we're still in our bite here. We just put on a Dorado. We got a few yellowtail going. I think we got a bigger fish going here. What's your name?
Jerry.
Jerry's gonna show us how to properly catch a yellow. The key here is loading the rod tip. If you look at the rod tip, wind down. He's pulling up slowly, steadily, and then winding down and dropping the rod fast. Just like that. And that's how you gain on a fish. If you pull up too quick, you despool your rod and your seesaw. Nice and steady pull up.
There's a color.
Good
You
job.
see down there.
See, now you're gaining out. Before he was pulling a little too fast and he was seesawing and giving as much line on the pull up as on the drop. So he's doing a pretty good job here, and I think we're getting deep color. Let him come around once.
Here, just
This is how you lay up the fish, a little higher. Lay the fish up, and then I can gaff him properly by not pulling it out of the water. And there you've got a nice yellowtail. He did a good job. As you can see here, the hook is right where you want it. When you set the hook on a fish, you want it to go in the corner, just like that. That way the teeth don't take it out. That's a good, solid hook set, and that's where you want it. And there's the product.
There you go.
Nice fish. Can we gaff out?
There you go, Angel.
This is Corey's on a Dorado. We got a nice Dorado right here. Big bull. Nice big bull. No, he's right in the mouth. He's got a nice big bull.
Stay here.
Yeah, stay. So just bring it right to him. Just bring it right to him. Oh, let it. Woke him up. Okay. There we go. There we go, yeah! Big, beautiful Dorado. You can tell it's the male. Big bull.
Hold on, yeah. There we go.
All right. Congratulations, man. Nice fish.
Thank you.
Hey.
Thank you.
Hey, man, right?
It's a big, beautiful bull.
We got a winner. Down, to the right. Coming down, guys. Look your rod. Step back for him. Let him run. No more, boys.
Run for his money.
This is Ty. He's on a fish right now. He's fighting a fish. He's got the lucky shirt and the lucky hat on there. What we're gonna do right now is we're gonna take a little break from the action right here and go to the tackle box and give you a good look at the hooks and the rods and reels that we're using for today's type of fishing.
Thank you.
This week, the Tackle Box is brought to you by Cabela's, America's foremost outfitters.
This week in the Tackle Box, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what we're doing today aboard the Indian. We're offshore fishing kelp patties. It's late in the season, so we're seeing a lot more Dorado, lots of yellowtail underneath kelp patties. And because we're fishing offshore, you can get away with the heavier lines. A lot of people think you need to fish the lighter lines, the 15, 20-pound test lines. That's really a bad myth. When you're offshore, you're fishing waters that the fish haven't seen a lot of pressure, you want to go with the heavier lines. That's why I wouldn't fish anything lighter than this. This is a Torque 200 filled with 30-pound test line. Is perfect for this type of fishing. And I'd bring a heavier rod too, a Torque 300 with 40-pound test line. Another one of my Dan Hernandez rods rated for 40-pound. You know, you want this bigger line because you never know, under these kelp patties can be big schools of huge yellowtail, fish over 30 pounds sometimes, and wouldn't be surprised if on some of these kelp patties we might run into a huge bull Dorado or even some tuna. So you want to be ready for that. Now, one thing about Dorado fishing, you know, we get on these kelps late in the season, a lot of Dorado around.
With Dorado, you don't want to be throwing metal jigs. The Dorados jump so much that they turn these jigs into weapons. It can hit you in the head, hit you in the chest, people on the boat. You really just want to stay with the hooks and live bait. And this is the type of hooks that we're using. These are laser sharp hooks. This is a size 4.0. I wouldn't be afraid to go to a 5 or 6.0. If you got big baits and big fish in the water, you really need a big hook. Again, fishing that heavier line, the 40-pound test, works great for that. And if you're not sure what hooks you need to take when you go offshore fishing, pick up one of my Dan Hernandez kits at your local tackle store. You can also find this on our website too. Well, let's get back on the water and show you more exciting action fishing with Chris Randall, owner-operator of the Indian, right here on Sport Fishing. Kelp. I got a couple other fresh lines on it. I can see my fish under the kelp.
He's going for it.
Oh, he's already there.
All right, who's that white rod there?
There we go. I just tossed out a live sardine. What are we now, Chris? About 70 miles? 60 miles?
68 miles.
There.
Uh-oh.
There you go. There's another fish. Yeah, I think I got a yellow.
Yep. You can tell a yellow by the rod tip when it does the thump,
The bounce.
thump, yellow thump when they're trying to get their head down and use that big tail to thump.
You can see what I got here. I got a Torque 200. I got 25-pound test line and one of my signature rods. And what we're doing right now is just fishing the kelp. Chris said nobody should use anything lighter than 25. These fish get hungry. Yeah. But this is the biggest part of it, is getting them away from the kelp.
Yeah, stopping that initial run to the kelp, having the drag set right, and having everything dialed in, so keeping that rod tip high to stop that initial burst of energy.
Just gonna wind down.
See what Dan's doing here is called a short pump. You just take 2 or 3 turns and you keep that rod loaded. Instead of dropping the rod, letting it unload, you keep the rod loaded, and you do little short pumps, and that keeps the fish head up because the fish is trying to go down. The short pump's real effective for yellowtail to keep their head up.
You got to use the rod to kill the fish.
Right. People try and use the reel. You know, they try
Right.
to fish with the reel and grind it in. The rod's what brings the fish up. The reel just retrieves the line.
Yeah. And if you fish correctly, a lot of it is finesse. It isn't so much strength.
Oh, I've seen football players on their knees, and then little
little girls, yeah.
Fishing, you're like, going, okay. Definitely finesse. Knowing when to wind down, how hard to pull, when not to pull.
We got this fish coming pretty straight.
Yeah, he's kind of up and down. He's moving up on you a little bit though.
Yeah, not too much.
One more circle. Oh, nice.
Yeah!
Woo! There we
That's
go.
what we're looking for.
We went out to the west here a little bit, and we got bigger fish. This is a quality yellowtail.
Yeah, it's a nice
Nice
fish.
one, Dan.
That's one of the biggest yellows I caught with you.
Yeah, 25 pounds.
Yeah, I've been fishing with Chris for a long, long time.
This is a beauty.
You can see the hook's right in the perfect spot.
Yeah, right in the corner like we talked about earlier.
That's a 3/0
Yep.
Eagle Claw red hook. Fishing a live sardine, again, just using a pin reel,
Yep.
Penn Torque 200, and one of my Dan Hernandez signature rods that you can find at your local tackle store. That's awesome, thanks
And
Chris.
it's dinner tonight.
Yeah, well, we're gonna take a little break from the action here and go to the galley and show you how to cook up a delicious seafood dish. Thanks again, man, that was awesome.
job.
Woo!
Right on, Dan.
Baja California is still the best year-round catch south of the border. Visit discoverybajacalifornia.com and check out more ways you must do Baja. Mexico, beyond your expectations.
This week in the galley, we're gonna do something a little bit different. We're gonna take a recipe out of my grilling and smoking fish book, cookbook, and we're gonna take one of our tuna recipes for making spicy tuna steaks, but we're not gonna do tuna. We're gonna use a different fish. I'm gonna show you, we got two little cuts here. Got a salmon and got some yellowtail here. And they're from two totally different trips caught in the same time this summer. And what we're gonna do is go ahead and show you a simple dish, a little bit different, spice it up, and show you how to do it. So what we're gonna do is we start off here with 2 tablespoons of butter, and we're gonna put all these other ingredients on top of it and mix it on top. So what we have here first, got the butter, gonna add a little bit of olive oil. We have some onions. This is 2 tablespoons of miced up onions. Got them all cut up there. I have some paprika and some cayenne pepper. We're going to spice this up really nice and warm. We got that in there. And then to give it a little bit more bite, we got some garlic and half of that. And we're going to use some black pepper. Mix that all up really good. And this is going to give our fish a really spicy bite to it. Got a little bit of thyme leaves. Just a little pinch of that. You don't want too much. Mix that all in there. And what we're doing is actually going to make like a little paste. We're going to mix this all up together. So all I'm going to do is take my fish, put this right on top. And I'm just going to pat it down on both. At this point, all we're going to do is just close the grill. Okay, we're going to flip this over now and add a little bit more of our sauce to it. Oh, look at those grill marks. That looks so good. We have just a little bit left. Our sauce. Put that right on top. And we'll just seal it up. Remember, the whole key to doing fish is you don't want to overcook it. Just let it cook by itself, and you can see when it's starting to cook good, when it starts to separate a little bit. So this only needs about another minute or so. Very simple. Again, the whole thing with recipes, I always tell you about, it doesn't matter if it's one of my recipes off the website or on my cookbooks, you just want to use it as a roadmap. You know, it's not a Bible, you don't have to go exactly by it. Just, you know, adapt it to what you like. If you don't like so much cayenne pepper, if you want more, you want to make it spicier. Like I said, the same dish with serrano chilies miced in there makes it a little bit spicier, a little bit more bite, and that's the way I like it. But for this dish, I'm just going a little bit closer to what the recipe is in the book. Oh, that looks delicious. Grab the salmon. Here's our yellowtail. That just looks so good. You can see all that cayenne in there and everything. That just cooked up really good. Good. It has a really nice little bite to it. It's not overpowering, and salmon does have
its own strong flavor, but even with the sauces on there and all that and the pepper, it's not too overpowering. And for more recipes, pick up one of my cookbooks. You can get them on our website, find them online, no problem. It's just a nice simple dish, something you could do at home or like this, out on your own boat. Well, let's get back on the water and show you more exciting action right here on Sport Fishing. This week, the Boat Bio is brought to you by Penn, manufacturing America's best fishing reels. The Indian's a sport charter boat that operates daily out of H&M Landing, San Diego, California. She's got plenty of deck space and large bait tanks, a large galley, and in the wheelhouse you'll find all the most modern electronics for fish finding, navigation, and communications. For your next fishing charter, book a trip with Chris Randall and fish aboard the Indian. Well, we had a great time fishing today aboard the Indian, going offshore, fishing the kelp patties, got lots of yellows, some beautiful dorado, just always fun fishing with the crew of the Indian. Well, I'd like to give a special thanks to Chris Randall, the owner-operator of the boat, and the whole crew. They were all wonderful. Well, I'm Dan Hernandez, hoping you enjoyed this week's episode of Sport Fishing, and I hope you join us next week as we go looking for more of the best in sport fishing.